Chosen one. You did not arrive here by chance, algorithm, or curiosity. You were drawn by divine appointment, summoned by perfect timing, and positioned by heaven itself. Something in your spirit recognized this moment before your mind could explain it, because God is never late, and He is never random. Right now, you are standing on the edge of an hour that carries supernatural weight, an hour heaven has marked for interruption, redirection, and release. Chosen one, hear this clearly. The season of barely enough is closing, and a divine transfer is preparing to manifest. What you are about to experience is not ordinary provision, but ordained provision, the kind that comes through unexpected hands, surprising conversations, and doors you did not even know existed. Scripture reminds us in Habakkuk chapter 2 verse 3 that the vision waits for its appointed time, and though it seems delayed, it will surely come and will not lie. This is that appointed moment. Anointed. One God has been watching your faith in the quiet places, your obedience when no one applauded, and your endurance through seasons that tried to empty you. Now, heaven is responding. In the next hour, something is shifting. A message, a connection, a favor, or a resource is being moved toward you. Prepare your heart, align your expectation, and stay open. What is coming will not look like coincidence, but it will feel unmistakably divine. Chosen one. Listen closely, because what is unfolding around you right now is not coincidence, timing, or chance. This moment has weight on it. Heaven is already in motion, and something has been released into your timeline that cannot be reversed. I am not speaking symbolically, I'm speaking prophetically. Someone is being moved toward you, carrying an answer that will not arrive as a feeling, but as a disruption. It will interrupt your routine, your assumptions, and the quiet agreement you made with waiting. This is not luck. This is a divine appointment that was scheduled before you woke up today. Anointed one. I need you to understand something I learned the hard way in my own life. God rarely announces breakthroughs the way we expect. When I was desperate for change, I thought it would come with clarity, certainty, and warning. It didn't. It came disguised as an ordinary interaction that I almost ignored because I was tired, guarded, and disappointed. That is how heaven often moves, not loudly, but precisely. Right now, while you are watching this, something unseen is being aligned. A person is being stirred. A decision is being nudged. A step is being redirected. And it is all converging toward you. Chosen one. Heaven has heard what you stopped saying out loud. The prayers you whispered once and then buried because time made them feel foolish. The desire you tried to discipline yourself out of because disappointment hurt too much. God did not forget those prayers. He stored them, and now He is responding in a way that will bypass your logic and go straight to your spirit. This next hour carries unusual authority. There are moments when time compresses, when what should take years is delivered in minutes. Scripture alludes to this when it speaks of appointed moments that suddenly arrive and do not delay. This is one of those moments. Anointed one. I know what it feels like to look at your life and think nothing dramatic can change now. I have stood in that place where you measure possibility by age, energy, resources, and past failures. But heaven does not measure the way we do. God measures readiness of heart, not youth of body. Alignment, not momentum. Faithfulness in hidden places, not public visibility, and you have been faithful longer than you realize. That is why this surprise is not random. It is proportional to what you carried without recognition. Chosen one. This is not just emotional encouragement. There is a tangible shift forming. For some, it will touch finances. For others, access. For others, relief from pressure that has been draining you for years. The form will differ, but the source is the same. Heaven is intervening through human hands. That is important. God often sends provision through people because relationship unlocks what isolation cannot. Someone is about to show up with favor, information, connection, or generosity that they themselves may not fully understand, but you will recognize it, not with your mind first, but with your chest. There will be a quiet knowing that says, "This is different." Anointed one, stay open in the next hour. Not anxious, not watching the clock, just open. Do not dismiss interruptions. Do not assume inconvenience. Do not talk yourself out of receiving because you have learned how to survive without help. This is not about charity. This is about transfer. Something is being handed off. And what you do with this moment will determine how the next season unfolds. Chosen one. I want to slow this moment down because urgency does not mean panic. Heaven never rushes yet. It is never late. What is approaching you in this hour is moving with intention, not chaos. You may feel a strange pressure in your chest, a restlessness that does not feel like fear, but like anticipation. That is not anxiety. That is alignment. Your spirit is responding to movement before your circumstances catch up. Anointed one. There is a reason the silence has been heavy lately. I have learned that right before God shifts something externally, He quiets the environment internally. Distractions fade, certain people pull away, familiar comforts stop working. It feels lonely, but it is not abandonment. It is focus. Heaven clears the room when something sacred is about to be delivered. That is why this next hour matters more than you realize. Chosen one. I need to speak directly to the place in you that feels overlooked. You've been faithful in seasons where no one checked on you. You carried responsibility without applause. You learned how to stretch little into enough. I know that road. I have walked it. There were moments I smiled in public and cried in private, convinced that my best days were behind me. But what I did not see then is what I see clearly now. God does not reward noise. He responds to endurance. Anointed one. The person coming toward you is not bringing pity. They are carrying alignment. They may not even know why they feel drawn to you. That pull is not emotional. It is spiritual. Heaven places burdens on hearts when it wants to move resources. That resource could be information, opportunity, encouragement, or financial relief. Do not reduce the form and miss the function. God often wraps provision in conversation. Chosen one. I remember a time when one unexpected phone call shifted my entire direction. No announcement, no build-up. Just a simple reach out that carried wisdom I desperately needed. That single moment saved me years of struggle. I almost ignored it because I was tired of hoping. Do not make that mistake. Stay receptive. The surprise is not dramatic. It is precise. Anointed one. Surrender does not mean passivity. It means trust without control. In the next hour, resist the urge to manage outcomes. Do not rehearse disappointment. Do not filter possibilities through old wounds. This is a new movement, not a repeat cycle. Heaven is interrupting patterns you thought were permanent. Chosen one. There is a divine exchange taking place. What you release is expectation without fear. What you receive is provision without striving. This is how God restores dignity. Quietly, personally, powerfully. Stay present. Stay open. Something is closer than you think, and it will arrive exactly when your spirit is ready to receive it. Chosen one. Let this hour be marked by awareness. Look people in the eye. Answer the call you almost decline. Step into the moment instead of shrinking from it. Heaven often tests readiness before release. This is not about proving worth, but about recognizing timing. The door will open softly, not forcefully. Walk through it with humility, gratitude, and courage, knowing you are supported, remembered, and guided every step forward. Trust hour. Heaven is closer than it appears. On chosen one. There is something crucial you must understand about divine timing, because many people miss their miracle, not because it never arrived, but because it arrived quietly. Heaven rarely announces itself with noise. More often, it tests discernment. What is approaching you in this hour will not demand attention, it will invite recognition. That is why your spirit has been sharpening lately, even through discomfort. Anointed One. I want to speak to the disappointment you learned to normalize, the kind that does not scream anymore but whispers, the kind that taught you not to expect too much, not to hope too loudly, not to lean forward when something good might be near. I have lived there. There was a season when I stopped praying boldly and started praying cautiously, as if God needed me to protect my heart instead of trusting Him to do it. That season ended the moment I learned this truth: protection that blocks blessing is not protection at all. Chosen One. The surprise coming toward you is not meant to overwhelm you. It is meant to restore you. That is why it will feel strangely gentle and deeply significant at the same time. You may even be tempted to dismiss it as small as coincidence, as just a nice moment. Do not do that. Heaven often begins large shifts with subtle gestures, a conversation, a favor, an invitation, a gift that seems modest but unlocks something massive behind the scenes. Anointed One. There is a reason you have felt more sensitive lately, more reflective, more aware of what drains you and what gives you life. This is not weakness. This is preparation. God refines awareness before He releases provision. He teaches you what to receive and what to refuse. That discernment will matter in the next hour, because not every voice deserves access. But one voice will carry clarity you cannot ignore. Chosen One. I need to say this plainly. The person involved in this divine moment may not look like an answer. They may not say the perfect words. They may not even realize their role, but heaven will confirm it internally. There will be peace, not pressure. Expansion, not confusion. That is how you will know this is alignment, not distraction. Anointed One, do not underestimate how much courage it takes to receive after long seasons of self-reliance. Independence kept you alive, but connection is about to move you forward. God is not asking you to become dependent. He is inviting you to participate, to allow someone to contribute where you have been carrying everything alone. Chosen One. I remember the fear of letting someone help me after years of doing everything myself. It felt vulnerable, it felt risky, but it also felt like relief. That relief did not weaken me, it restored me. That is what God is doing for you now. This is not charity, this is circulation. What has been locked up is being released. Anointed One, stay present. Stay aware. Do not rush the moment or resist it. You do not need to impress heaven. You only need to receive. The shift you have been praying for is already unfolding quietly, faithfully, deliberately. Chosen One. The next hour is not about proving anything. It is about recognizing what God is already doing. Stay open. Stay grounded. Stay expectant without fear. The interruption you are waiting for is already stepping closer, and your willingness to receive will complete what heaven has already begun. Unchosen one. There is a sacred warning wrapped inside this hour, and it is spoken with love, not fear. When heaven prepares to release something meaningful, resistance often rises quietly from within, not from doubt, but from habit. Old survival patterns try to take control. The instinct to stay guarded, the reflex to downplay what feels important. I need you to notice that tendency without obeying it. Anointed one. Many people believe spiritual resistance only comes from outside forces, but I have learned it often lives inside learned behavior. After years of disappointment, the soul becomes skilled at self-protection. You tell yourself you are being realistic, when in truth, you are being cautious with hope. There was a time in my own life when I missed an open door because it looked too simple. I expected struggle because struggle had become familiar. Do not confuse familiarity with truth. Chosen one. This next hour will test your willingness to remain soft, not naive. Soft, open, available. Heaven does not force itself into closed spaces. It knocks, it invites. And sometimes the invitation comes through something as simple as a conversation you almost avoid, a message you almost ignore, or a person you assume has nothing to offer. Do not filter this hour through old conclusions. Anointed one. I want you to hear this clearly. You are not being set up for disappointment. You are being positioned for restoration. That difference matters. Disappointment drains. Restoration replenishes. One leaves you smaller. The other makes room inside you again. What is coming is meant to return something to you that time loss or pressure seem to take away. Dignity, ease, momentum, even joy. Chosen one. There is a reason this moment feels personal. This is not a broadcast blessing. This is targeted. Heaven knows your story. It knows what you carried without complaint. It knows where you learned to lower your expectations just to survive. And now God is gently raising the ceiling again. Not suddenly, intentionally. Anointed one. Let me share something real. The most powerful turning point in my life did not come through a miracle I prayed for directly. It came through a person who crossed my path unexpectedly and spoke one sentence that rearranged my thinking. That sentence unlocked courage I had buried. That courage changed decisions. Those decisions changed outcomes. Do not underestimate the chain reaction one aligned moment can create. Chosen one, you may be tempted to ask why now. The answer is simple, because now you can sustain what is coming. Earlier would have broken you, earlier would have distracted you. Now you are grounded. You know what matters. You know what does not. That maturity is what makes this hour safe for transfer. Anointed one, stay conscious of how you respond, not with excitement, but with presence. Do not rush to label the moment. Let it unfold. Heaven moves at a pace that reveals intention step by step. You do not need the full picture to say yes. You only need discernment for the next step. Chosen one, as this hour continues, choose openness over defense. Curiosity over assumption, gratitude over suspicion. These are not emotional choices, they are spiritual alignments, and alignment accelerates movement. Anointed one. Something meaningful is aligning right now. Stay awake to it. Stay humble in it. Stay ready for it. This is not a test of faith. This is the reward of endurance. Receive it with grace. Chosen one. There is a shift that happens right before divine provision appears, and it is subtle enough that many people misread it. The shift is not external first, It is internal. Your posture changes before your circumstances do. You become quieter, more observant, less reactive. That is not fatigue, that is readiness. Heaven settles the soul before it moves the hand. Anointed one, you may have noticed that your appetite for noise has faded. Conversations that once distracted you now feel empty. Drama feels exhausting. Even old desires no longer satisfy. This is not loss. This is refinement. God does not pour new wine into old patterns. He prepares new containers, and that preparation often feels like stillness. Chosen one. The surprise approaching you carries responsibility, not burden. Responsibility in the kingdom is not pressure, it is trust. God does not release resources to impress you. He releases them to position you. That is why what comes next will feel aligned with purpose, not ego. It will fit you. It will feel strangely natural, as if it belongs in your life already. Anointed one. I want to be honest with you. There was a season when I asked God for breakthrough, but what I really wanted was escape. I wanted relief without growth. God loved me enough to delay until my heart could steward what my mouth was asking for. Looking back, I am grateful He waited. Timing protected me. That same wisdom is at work in your life now. Chosen one. This next hour is not about chasing anything. It is about receiving what has been chasing you quietly. Heaven moves ahead of obedience, not behind it. Long before you were ready, God was preparing provision. Long before you understood alignment was forming. You are not late, you are right on time. Anointed one, do not let false humility block true blessing. Saying, I don't need anything when heaven is offering support is not strength. It is resistance disguised as virtue. You are allowed to receive help without guilt. You are allowed to be supported without losing dignity. God designed community as a conduit, not a compromise. Chosen one. There is a reason this message found you today. It is not to excite you. It is to steady you. When the moment arrives, and it will, your response matters. Calm acceptance carries more power than emotional reaction. Quiet gratitude opens doors that excitement alone cannot. Anointed one, remain present in ordinary moments today. Heaven often hides miracles in plain sight. A simple interaction, a casual question, an unexpected offer. Do not dismiss small beginnings. The seed always looks smaller than the harvest. Chosen. One, trust what you feel in your spirit more than what you see with your eyes. Recognition precedes confirmation. Peace comes before proof. This is how divine order works. Stay grounded, stay open, stay faithful to what is unfolding. Anointed one. What is being released in this hour is not random favor. It is earned alignment. You have carried weight well. Now let heaven carry you forward. Receive without fear. Walk without hesitation. The next step is already prepared. Remain attentive, chosen one, because this hour seals a chapter and opens another that no resistance can delay today fully. My chosen one. There is a moment when heaven quiets the room so you can hear the next instruction clearly. This hour carries that hush. You may notice fewer signs on the outside, yet sharper clarity within. That clarity is guidance, not imagination, and it arrives when provision is close enough to be trusted. Anointed one. What approaches you is not chaos disguised as opportunity. It is order revealing itself. When God aligns a transfer, He aligns your discernment first. You will sense what to accept and what to decline without needing to explain yourself. Peace will govern your choices, and that peace will protect the gift. Chosen one. I learned this through a hard lesson. When help finally came, I almost refused it, because it arrived through a person I did not expect. Pride whispered caution, fear whispered delay, wisdom whispered receive. I listened to wisdom, and the door opened wider than I imagined. Expect your help to come through unfamiliar hands. Anointed. 1. The next interaction matters. Not every interaction, but the next one. Stay attentive without striving. Heaven does not rush you, but it does require awareness. Be present in conversations today. Listen beyond words. Watch how your spirit responds before your mind forms opinions. Chosen. 1. Remember that divine timing feels ordinary until it is fulfilled. The calendar does not announce it. The clock does not pause. Yet suddenly, alignment becomes obvious. Scripture says the vision waits for its appointed time, as written in Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 3, and that waiting is never empty. It is filled with preparation. Anointed one, you are not being tested to prove worth. You are being positioned to steward increase. Stewardship begins with humility and ends with multiplication. What comes next will require consistency, not perfection. Show up faithfully, and grace will amplify your effort. Chosen one, do not overanalyze the details. Obedience does not demand full understanding. It asks for trust in steps, not certainty in outcomes. Take the step that carries peace. Decline the one that carries pressure. Heaven confirms direction through rest. Anointed one, release the need to announce what God is doing. Silence protects sacred movement. Let fruit speak later. For now, allow the process to remain between you and God. This guards your heart and prevents interference. Chosen one. The surprise may look small at first. A conversation, an offer, an introduction. Do not despise beginnings. Seeds hold forests. The measure of impact is not visible on day one, but alignment is. Anointed one, stay grounded in gratitude. Gratitude keeps doors open. It trains the soul to recognize provision without clinging to it. Thank God quietly and remain teachable. Chosen one. The hour is unfolding, not ending. What you receive today sets momentum, not conclusion. Walk gently, listen closely, trust the peace. Heaven is near, and you are ready to carry what is coming. Anointed one, breathe slowly and remain open to simple kindness today. Respond with patience, not urgency. When the door opens, step through calmly. Your yes will be steady, not rushed. This is how favor rests without strain, how provision multiplies without fear, and how trust seals the work. Receive now, stay faithful, and watch heaven confirm every promise with precision and care today as alignment completes itself. All chosen one. As this hour continues to unfold, you may notice a strange mixture of calm and expectancy settling into your spirit. That blend is not confusion, it is alignment. Heaven often signals arrival by removing the need to rush. When the striving quiets, guidance becomes audible. Anointed. One, understand this clearly divine transfer does not arrive to rescue you from responsibility. It arrives to partner with your maturity. What you are stepping into will respect your boundaries, honor your pace, and align with your values. Anything that pressures you to abandon peace is not from God, no matter how attractive it appears. Chosen one. There was a time in my own life when opportunity knocked loudly, but peace was absent. I said yes anyway and paid for it with exhaustion and regret. Later, when provision arrived quietly, almost modestly, it carried rest. That is how I learned that heaven's gifts do not shout. They resonate. Anointed one, today you are being trained to recognize resonance. When something is meant for you, your spirit will lean forward gently, not tense defensively. You will feel supported, not drained. This discernment will protect you from counterfeit doors that look like answers, but lead to delay. Chosen one, the person or pathway approaching you is not perfect. Do not expect flawless delivery. God uses willing vessels, not polished ones. Focus less on presentation and more on alignment. If peace accompanies the connection, grace will handle the imperfections. Anointed one, remember that favor does not always mean immediate abundance. Sometimes favor means access. Access to information, access to people, access to opportunity that matures over time. Be patient with the process. Growth that lasts unfolds in stages. Chosen one, resist the urge to revisit old disappointments today. Reflection has its place, but this hour is about forward movement. Looking back will only blur your vision. Keep your eyes on what is emerging, not what failed. Anointed one, scripture reminds us that God orders the steps of the righteous. Order implies sequence. You do not need every step revealed now. You need clarity for the next one. When the next step becomes clear, take it without fear. Chosen one, stay present in your body today. Notice your breath. Notice tension leaving your shoulders. Ground yourself. Heaven often communicates through subtle awareness. The calmer you are, the clearer you hear. Anointed one, if a door opens unexpectedly, pause before reacting. Let gratitude settle before decision. Gratitude aligns the heart with wisdom. From that place, your response will carry authority and peace together. Chosen one, this hour is shaping more than an outcome. It is shaping your posture for the season ahead. Humility will keep you teachable. Confidence will keep you steady. Balance will keep you aligned. Anointed one, you are not stepping into lack. You are stepping into sufficiency that grows. Trust the unfolding. Trust the timing. Trust the peace guiding you. What is meant for you is moving closer, not farther away, and it will arrive without striving, without confusion, and without fear, because heaven completes what it begins with precision, patience, and care. Remain watchful, yet relaxed, open, yet discerning, confident, yet humble, knowing that obedience today prepares multiplication tomorrow, and the quiet, yes, you give now, will echo with blessing later for generations. Chosen one. This final segment is not an ending but a sealing. What has been spoken is settling into place like ink drying on a covenant already signed. You are not waiting anymore. You are witnessing alignment complete itself in quiet precision. Anointed one. The reason heaven moves gently at this stage is because acceleration follows stability. God anchors your heart, so increase does not overwhelm your character. What is coming will not disrupt your peace, it will deepen it. Provision that comes from God feels supportive, not consuming. Chosen one. In my own journey, the greatest confirmations came after surrender, not striving. The moment I stopped forcing outcomes, doors opened naturally. That is the posture you're stepping into now. Effort gives way to trust. Control gives way to cooperation. Anointed one, remain faithful in the small exchanges of today. A conversation, a message, a simple act of kindness. These are not distractions, they are checkpoints. Heaven measures stewardship in moments others overlook. Chosen one, do not announce your expectations to everyone. Sacred movement grows best in privacy. Let God reveal what needs revealing when it needs revealing. Silence will protect what excitement could expose prematurely. Anointed One scripture tells us that the blessing of the Lord makes rich and adds no sorrow. Richness is not only financial, it is emotional stability, spiritual clarity, relational peace. Expect wholeness, not just increase. Chosen One, as this hour concludes, release anxiety about results. Results belong to God. Your responsibility is obedience, awareness, and gratitude. Remain teachable, remain present, remain soft in heart, and firm in faith. Anointed One, if nothing dramatic appears immediately, do not doubt the work that has begun. Seeds move underground before they break soil. Alignment is often invisible before it becomes undeniable. Chosen One tonight, rest without scanning for proof. Trust that what was set in motion cannot be reversed. Heaven does not tease. When God initiates, He completes. Anointed One, you are stepping into a season where provision meets purpose. Resources will follow responsibility. Support will follow humility. Doors will follow obedience. Chosen One, carry yourself with quiet confidence. You do not need validation to confirm what God has spoken. The peace in your spirit is enough. Anointed One, as you move forward, remember this moment. Remember how stillness preceded movement. Remember how peace arrived before evidence. This is your pattern now. Chosen One, receive this final truth: you are not overlooked, delayed, or forgotten. You are positioned. Heaven has accounted for every step, every tear, every prayer. Anointed One, walk forward with assurance. Let gratitude lead. Let discernment guide. Let faith remain steady. Chosen One, what comes next will feel natural, timely, and sustaining. This is how divine completion feels. Quiet, certain, secure, you are ready, and heaven agrees. Stay present in the hours ahead, Chosen One, and let simplicity guide you. Drink water slowly, breathe deeply, move gently. These small acts anchor revelation into the body. As you do, trust that provision is organizing itself beyond what you can see. You are supported, watched over, and precisely guided. Nothing essential will be missed. Nothing meant for you will bypass you. Rest now, because alignment has already answered the prayer you stopped repeating. This is the confirmation your spirit has been quietly waiting to receive. Chosen One, this moment seals what heaven has already released. You stand in your Kairos hour, and the divine transfer is in motion. Walk forward in peace, not haste. Stay faithful, stay open, stay grateful. What God has assigned to you will arrive with clarity, provision, and confirmation. You are seen, guided, and perfectly aligned right now for this season.